Diamond. I am Debbie. If you are new, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. Today I have a somewhat of a whip and chat, but it's not. I am going to be doing some tag questions and answering those. And these tag questions came from Diamond Painting Anonymous, and that's Daphne. And I will also put her link underneath the description. So if you have not seen hers, then go and check that out. Also, I am going to be tagging several content creators, and in hopes that they will see this too, because I think these tags are really cool. I do have 4 that I have tagged, and so hopefully they will see it and they will go ahead and do the tags as well. And then if you want to answer some of these questions, feel free. You don't have to be a creator by any means. You can answer those underneath the description. I always like to see everyone's response. Some of these I may have answered a long time ago, and some are definitely fresh. I just glanced at these when I went to make a copy, didn't really take any notes or anything. I am just going to be looking at it, and whatever comes up, that's going to be the answer. Thought that would be the best way to do it because I want authentic answers and responses from me. So the first one is, how long have you been diamond painting? And I started diamond painting like a lot of us, I think, during the pandemic. And I really started in the middle of 2020, or actually the early part of 2020. But I didn't diamond paint very much. I started buying quite a bit at the end of 2020 and early 2021, and I still have a lot of those paintings. But with the pandemic, a lot of people, including myself, were trying to find something to do. Well, then I started working on some Amazon small diamond paintings and really liked them. And now that I look back, I don't know why, because they were so pixelated, but it was a lot of fun to do. And it did take up a lot of time. And then I got really busy because I am a university professor and I have a background in online teaching. I've been online teaching since the 90s. And a lot of people in schools have not. So my name somehow got out there to a lot of the deans and then different higher ups in colleges. And I was basically recruited for different positions within universities that really didn't have a lot of online presence. And they were required to because the schools all but shut down. So I got really busy because I was tasked with setting up a lot of classes online and getting the online classes going for a lot of smaller schools. And I really enjoyed it, but I was super busy. And so I really didn't have as much time as I thought I was going to have with diamond painting. But then in 2021, I found Diamond Art Club. And I just happened to find it by chance. I had gotten an ad, and I went to look at the site. I went ahead and purchased one, and after that, it was no turning back. I really enjoyed the process. I will never forget the first one that I purchased and worked on was Elizabeth from Mandy Manzano. And it took me almost 4 months to do that painting, and I didn't really spend as much time as I would have liked. But just the process, because I had no idea what I was doing. And I even bought a really nice frame for that one, more than I would ever pay for a frame ever again. But that one is just near and dear to my heart because it was the first real diamond painting that I did. Not to say the Amazons weren't real, but the ones I purchased were really small. They were very pixelated. Most were round. I didn't know they were even such thing as a square diamond painting, and had no idea when my Elizabeth came in how big it was. That almost overwhelmed me, but I got it done. And then after that, I started purchasing a lot, which is why I still have to this day some diamond paintings from 21 and really 21 through 23. I have almost 50 of those from Diamond Art Club. I didn't purchase a lot during that time frame from other companies. And the ones that I did, I've completed a lot of those. But the answer to that was pretty much since 2020, I started really heavily diamond painting and getting serious with it around 2023. So the next question is, what is the largest diamond painting you've completed? And that one is Dragon Seasons, and that was from Abler's Outpost. And it is, I think, 300 centimeters long. I think it was 50 centimeters wide. I will have to look that up in my logbook, but I have that one on my wall. And not sure, I would like to do something with it because it's just on my wall. It's kind of tacky because it's just on my wall. I need to either paint around the edges or do something. I'm not putting it in a frame because it's way too big. That one went really quickly. Even though it was that large, it went super fast. Some of you may know that I did start on the Beast, the higher self, and that one I started working on it, and that one was huge, but it had almost 800,000 drills. But that one just didn't work out. That would have been huge. There's no way I would have ever surpassed that one. But I ended up selling it to a friend of mine, and that would have been nice to have that done, but it just didn't work out for me. So I did learn a lot from that purchase and a lot from starting on that one. I love larger canvases, so who knows, I may do another one that's even larger than Dragon Seasons, but that one was such a fun diamond painting. I loved working on that one. The next one is, what kind of light do you use? I go back and forth on this one. I often will use a light pad. Today I don't have a light pad. I am using just a really bright hot light that is on my table. It just depends. Some days I feel like I need to use my light pad. Other days I don't, although I do love my light pad. I also use overhead lighting some, but I do need more than that because I work in my basement most of the time, or a lot of times, and it's kind of dark in my basement. It's where my craft room is, so I do have to have more lights. The overhead usually just gives me a bad glare. I did purchase one of the lights that it looks kind of like a, I don't know what you call it, but it's for nails, basically, when you're working on your nails, and it's the one that's the dome. It's it's round. I don't know what they're called, but it goes on your desk, and it goes on your actual painting. I bought one of those, and I don't know if I'm not using it correctly or what, but that one does not do anything for my diamond painting. So if you guys know what I'm talking about on that one, let me know in the description. Maybe I didn't buy a good one. I bought it from Amazon. It was recommended, but it just doesn't work for me. I just can't really tell the difference when I'm using it. And if I use it, I often will have to have my light pad as well. So is that what you're supposed to do, is have your light pad and have that one? Because to me, it just does a glare on my diamond painting, and it more so than anything, I can see more of where the glue is on some of my paintings than I can actually see where my drill placement should be. So again, it could be me, but I've put that one off to the side, haven't used it that much, although I got it just to see because I wanted to see what the hype was, and I probably should have just sent it back. And I thought, oh, this might come in handy. Well, especially when I'm traveling, it would be really good, but I'll just stick with my handy dandy light pad. The next one is, do you listen to anything when you diamond paint? I listen to audiobooks quite a bit. I've actually finished more audiobooks than I normally would be able to read. And at first I absolutely hated someone reading to me. I thought that was just horrible. And I've been trying to do that for years. And then about 2 or 3 years ago, I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and try this. And for me, it's all about the narrator. If I don't like the narrator, if the voice gets on my nerves, I'm not going to listen to it. So I always will try a sample of that narrator before I even think about buying it. But I listen to podcasts quite a bit. And it's not all diamond painting. I listen to different types of podcasts, and that definitely keeps me going on diamond painting. And if I get really interested in either a book or one of the podcasts, then I can diamond paint even faster. I don't know how that works, but for me it does. And then I also like to listen to YouTube. I like to listen to other WIP and chats and vlogs. And then I do sometimes will watch TV, but I mainly listen when I'm doing a larger canvas, like for instance this one, I'm working on Josephine Law, and I will just listen to a movie, have it on the background, or a series that I don't have to look at that I've seen before, or a movie I've seen before, just to have something so it's not so quiet. And then every once in a while I'll listen to music when I'm diamond painting, but for some reason, even though I love to listen to music, it just doesn't do it for me that much when I'm diamond painting. And then sometimes I'm listening to my daughter talking, and then I do have a friend of mine that we will talk. She will make cards, and I will work on my diamond painting. And we will also talk while we're doing it, either on the phone, I just have it on speaker, or I will, we will do it through Facebook. So I have a lot of different things that I listen to. I definitely have a list. I usually am never short of something to listen to. Let's see. 5 is a hard one. What's your favorite place to buy diamond paintings? And I don't have just one favorite, because I like a variety of diamond paintings and companies sell a variety. And I do like to order from small shops whenever I can and support them. And so I do have several that are favorites. I, of course, really enjoy Diamond Art Club just because that's my go-to for many years. But this year I am trying to embrace more small shops, and I don't consider Diamond Art Club a small shop. I don't know, do you guys consider Diamond Art Club a small shop? I don't, just because of the level that they are on. I mean, I love the diamond paintings. I have a lot of them. But I do still buy from them. But I also want to buy from other shops like Ever After. I love Ever After, love the owner of Ever After. Jessica is just a sweetheart. She is very gracious. She makes sure that her customers are happy. I haven't seen any issues that she has not, resolved. And customer service is really fast. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get diamond paintings, but that is for any small shop, especially when if they have to order, made to order, and it goes first to China, and then it either goes to them or comes directly to me. It's going to take a while, and I'm okay with that. I have so many diamond paintings that I don't need to worry. I'm sure I don't know why this is not wanting to focus that well. I don't have to worry if I'm going to have enough diamond paintings or not, because I have plenty that I can work on. Also, I have not ordered from Jaded Gem Shop in a long time, just because I have so many diamond paintings of hers that I really need to work on, and she had gotten really behind, and so I wanted to wait and let her get caught up and then decide if there's something I wanted to order. And there hadn't really been anything that I just had to have, considering that I have so many. And I am trying to work on what I have instead of just adding to my collection. But I also am looking at shops that I have not purchased before. I have purchased now twice from Mirthful Diamond Paintings, and they are out of Greece. and I really like their paintings, and that's what I'm working on now too. I love the squares. This is my second one. I have not finished one of theirs yet, but I am working on this one. This is huge, so it's going to be a while before I get this one done, but I love the squares. They are just really good. Everything that I've seen so far, I'm very happy with, so I'll definitely order again, and shipping really isn't that bad. And I like ordering from Diamond Art Studio UK. I have been ordering from them for a couple of years now. And then Bella Art. I really enjoy ordering from Bella Art Diamonds, whether it is a tray or diamond paintings. So I can't really say that I have just one favorite shop. And then I have ordered from 2 other ones that I have not started on yet. I haven't even unboxed it. I don't want to unbox until I start on diamond painting. And I want to see how I like those, and because there's several that's on those websites. So I definitely am trying to branch out more. And let's see. What time of day do you prefer to diamond paint? That is kind of a difficult question for me because I don't have a favorite time. I do like to diamond paint early in the morning when the house is still quiet. Sometimes my husband's already gone to work. I go to work later than him. So a lot of mornings I will wake up, I will get a cup of coffee, come down to my craft room, diamond paint for a little bit before I have to get ready for work. And I guess that would be my favorite time because I kind of get more done in the mornings by the time that I get home from work. Sometimes I am just really tired and not able to diamond paint because I have other things that I have to do. But I do diamond paint in the evenings too. When my husband and I are watching TV, we'll either sit outside on our deck and diamond paint. I do that quite a bit when it's nice out, when it's warm. And then I just spilled a diamond. And then on the weekends, it's hit or miss. It's whenever I get a chance to do it. What's my favorite storage option? I know, again, I can't say one favorite. I have several different storage systems that I have been really using. I really like the Art Dot, the bottles, and I like the large containers that they have because I can put more than one diamond painting in there. I do like to work on several WIPs at a time, and it doesn't bother me if I have multiple WIPs going, just like right now. I have 15 WIPs going, and I'm going to be adding some more here before too long. And so that doesn't bother me, so but I do like those because I can put more in them. I have Elizabeth Ward. I really like that system because I can decide what size that I need on the containers, and I can use larger ones or smaller ones, which is nice because sometimes the bottles doesn't hold as many as I need it to. And then I really enjoy tray bricks because you don't have to worry about pouring them into a tray. One of my very favorite storage systems, and I don't know if they're even around anymore. I guess they are. They were really popular at one point. But I have a diamond painting storage system that I was able to determine, how many trays that I wanted in there. I was able to have my name put on it, and it was pretty expensive. The actual storage system was not expensive, but shipping was crazy. and it took me almost 6 months to get it, but I absolutely love it. And that one, I only have one because it was so pricey, and I haven't been able to use it in a long time, or I am using it for a WIP that I need to finish, and so that way, once that WIP is done, then I can have that storage container back and use it for something else. But that's definitely one of my favorites. And I hate to try to even say the name because you can't, I don't know if you can get it anymore. I'll have to look and see if those are still available, because I do have it a lot of times. I'll have it out, and then also on my intro, it is on there as well. The craziest place you found a drill. That is number 8. I have found drills in some weird places, and I don't know how this happens. I really don't. But I have found one on the back of my head one time, and I just knew that it was a tick. It felt really large. It was a round, so that kind of made me really nervous. And I kept feeling of it, and I thought, what is this on my back? And then finally, I was laying down in bed, and so I thought, I'm just going to have to see. And so I kind of grabbed it, thinking that it was a tick. And I jumped up in bed, and I looked, and I'm like, oh no, it's black. And so I thought, that's a tick for sure, because it was in the dark, and I could barely see. And so I ran to the bathroom and looked, and nope, it was a 310, a black 310. So that was kind of a weird place. I found one on my back, on my stomach, on my hip, on my leg, and I found some on my dog, on my cat's nose. My husband's found some on him. He's not very humored by it. He gets kind of aggravated, and then proceeds to tell me where he found this drill, and then he kind of throws it on my table. But yeah, it's been some weird places. Found one in my car, couldn't figure out what it was, and I stopped, pulled over, thinking that it was a bug or something. Nope, it was a drill. Just on my car mat. So these little suckers are everywhere. And let's see. Number 9, what's your best tip for diamond painting? The best tip that I can give, especially to a new diamond painter, is don't feel like you have to complete a diamond painting. Take your time, enjoy the process, don't be in any rush. I've had to tell myself that over and over because I have so many diamond paintings, and I feel like because I have a channel that I have to have completions. And I don't have to have completions. I like to have completions. That's just for my own peace of mind and satisfaction that, yeah, I finally finished something. So it makes me feel good when I finish something, but I don't rush anymore like I used to. I don't put myself on a timetable saying that I have to get something done. If I get something completed in a month, I am happy. If I don't, then it'll get completed on another month. So that's one of the best tips I can give. Also, I would say another one that is really neck and neck with that one is that to diamond paint, you don't have to have all the things. You don't have to go and buy a fancy pen or a fancy light. You can make do with anything that you have. The pens, they're not, they may not be very good, but they're pens, come in almost all kits along with a small tray and some wax. It's just nice to have the better things, but you don't have to. If you are wanting to purchase a diamond painting, but you can't really afford to buy all the accessories, get the diamond painting. The accessories can definitely wait. I ended up getting a pen early on just because those thin pens that come, the little, I guess they're plastic pens that come in diamond painting kits, those really hurt my hands. And I've had arthritis since I was born, and I have to just really watch what I can use, and those were just too small. I grip them, I couldn't diamond paint very long, and so once I borrowed a pen from a friend of mine just to see if I liked it, that was a complete game changer for me. And then after that, I started getting trays. So again, you don't have to get all the things, and then you have a lot of money wrapped into all the things. But definitely take your time. Don't try to be Speedy Gonzalez when you're diamond painting. Just enjoy it. Like right now, I could easily sit here and multi-place this, but I'm just enjoying just single placing today. Sometimes I'll multi, and sometimes like today, I'm just in the mood just to relax and just to single place. So the next one, number 10, the last one, how do you sort drills when kitting up? By color, DMC, symbol. When I first sort them, I will sort them basically in DMC order if the kits are set up that way. With Diamond Art Club, it's by weight, and so I will go ahead and I do sort them by DMC. But when I am kitting up, what I'll do with the actual the packages that have the diamond paintings, the drills in there, I will go ahead, I sort them by number. I'll often do that by DMC number, and then other times, depending on what I am using to kit up. So for instance, if I am using an Elizabeth Ward container, I will kit up by the weight, and then I can easily move them around, because it helps if you're using that. You can see there's only a handful of drills in this package, and so that would take a smaller container for Elizabeth Ward. So I'll do it that way too. Most of the small shops that I like to purchase from will have their drills in DMC order, and so I just go ahead and I'll keep it with DMC order. If there's a lot of drills, then I like to go through and sort by symbol. For instance, this particular kit is 101 colors. Now, to me, I've done a lot of max colors canvas, which is over, to me, it's over 100. I've done up to 310 colors. And for something like that, I do kit up by symbol. And I have a particular way that I do it. I do have some videos that will show that, and I will try to put those underneath the description or at the top of the eye. So if you're interested in seeing how I kit up with that many colors and using symbols, then if that helps you, then feel free to watch that one. So the final one is a bonus. Have you ever trashed a diamond painting? And unfortunately, I have. I tried my best. I worked on it, tried for weeks to work on a diamond painting, and it just was not going to happen. I did everything that I could to not have to trash this diamond painting, and it's been close to 4 years since I have trashed a diamond painting. And it was hard. It was a hard decision because it was from a premium company, and I just couldn't. I could not deal with it. Every time I sat down, I got really frustrated, and my anxiety rose up just working on one small section. And so I thought, this is not going to happen, and so I did have to end up trashing. Now, if that were to happen today, I would first contact the company and explain what my issues were, and see if they had any suggestions or if they knew that there was a problem. Sometimes they may know that there's a problem with a particular color on a diamond painting, and so they might send you some more drills. Maybe it's as simple as that. I didn't know back then, and the company was in the process of closing. Anyway, they didn't say they were closing, but it was pretty obvious that they were going to, or the signs were there that they were going to close, and so I didn't bother. and I ended up trashing it. And I didn't trash just the canvas. I trashed the canvas, drills, and all. And I thought, this is going to really be upsetting, me trashing this. But as soon as I put that in the trash and took the trash out, I felt a huge sense of relief. And I hated doing it because diamond paintings are so expensive, especially the premium ones, and not to mention shipping. But I have realized that if I don't find joy in it, I'm not going to do something to stress me out just because I paid for it. Because even though I paid for it, yeah, I guess I'm getting my money's worth by doing it, but am I really? Because if you are really upset when you are diamond painting, then, you know, what's the point? It's supposed to help with anxiety, get you in a better mood, and if it makes you more your anxiety higher, then why bother? That's my opinion. That's really the only one that I can remember that I threw away. There were some that I've given away for different reasons, and sometimes it was just because someone else really wanted that one more and couldn't afford it, and I knew I wouldn't get to it for a long time. So I've done that before, but that's not trashing, that's just giving it to someone else. So I hope that you enjoyed this short video and these short tag questions. I've kind of made them a little bit longer just for the sake of being able to chat with you guys, and also sometimes my answers, I have to go about the long way just to get to the answer. I'm really bad about doing that, but hopefully you were able to get some diamond painting in. I got a little bit done, actually. This diamond painting is going fairly quickly to be as large as it is. It's not going to be a quick finish, that's for sure, and I'm not expecting it to be one. And even though this one is not as long as Dragon Seasons, my largest, it is wider. So I need to figure out how that works out in the grand scheme of things, because I do have some that are quite big, and I decided to work on several large ones at the same time. I should have made my WIPs where I have some that are a little bit smaller, that are easy to deal with, but no, I prefer larger diamond paintings. Let me know in the comments below if you want to answer some of these, what your answers are. I will go ahead and copy all of the questions underneath the discussion so you don't have to go through and write them down or anything if you want to answer them. Thanks so much for watching today, and until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye.